Child, I'm out here trying to educate people. I've been doing it for 20 something years and I feel like folks won't listen to me. Katie Couric, all the Katies of the world. If I'm interviewing you, Katie, and I said, are you one of those women who feel as if there should be equal rights? You, Katie, would feel grouped. You'd feel offended. You want someone to ask your particular opinion, your specific opinion, because you're one person. You don't want to be grouped and globbed into one just homogeneous thing, right? So when you asked Denzel Washington, are you one of those people? It was offensive. It is particularly offensive to Black people to be called those people are you people because we were grouped and marginalized for so long. Do you understand that? So, and then your behavior afterwards is just quite, honestly, the word is typical. I really honestly need to see where white people are not responding in such a way that is twice offensive. So one, you offended Denzel. We've already established how you did that because you were being lazy in your reporting. You were being lazy and you weren't seeing him and you weren't treating him like an individual human, and you certainly weren't giving him the respect that him as a specific person would need, considering all that he had accomplished. Okay, so he at least deserved for you to do some research and talk to him respectfully as a human. That's one. So you did him dirty. Secondly, when you did him wrong, he told you that you were not respecting him. He geared your questions differently. He checked you. Okay. That's fine to do. He has the right to do it. I've seen many people do it during an interview. I've seen people walk off and leave interviews. He has the right to do that. So I don't know why you would expect that his rights should be less than anybody else's. And I have seen you, I watched you for years, where other people have let you know that your questioning was not appropriate. That's what he did. Thirdly, how that, when he did that, left you shaken, as if he in some way was aggressive, which he was not, in some way was violent, which he was not, as if in some way that he was disrespectful, which he was not. So the fact that you were shaken shows, I want you to listen clearly, your own biases, your own fears of Black men or Black people in general. I don't know. It's understandable that you have these fears, right? Because America has always shaped Americans to be fearful of Black men in particular, if you look at everything around us. So I am not angry at you for having the fear. I understand it, but I am annoyed at you for not acknowledging and working on it. Do the work. Understand that you have that fear, okay? And then once you understand that you have that fear, absolutely do not penalize him for your fear, your issue. And what really annoyed me is Denzel Washington, Mr. Washington, knowing, because he at this point had been a Black man all his life, just like I've been a Black woman all my life, just like Black people know. We know that when we stick up for ourselves, when we don't accept your little microaggressions, because it has to be really bold for you guys to acknowledge that you've done something wrong. He knew that it would come back on him. And guess what he did? He, in your words, gave a hefty donation to your your fundraising, your campaign, your fundraising campaign. I know he felt he needed to do it because that's how we feel when we just simply stick up for ourselves and ask to be treated respectfully. Black people feel as if, oh gosh, some backlash is going to happen. You took the money, didn't refuse it. You weren't upset enough where you refused it. You took the money, acted like, and owned that it was an apology. So you felt as if you were due the money, which all comes from privilege. Okay. And then even after taking this money in 2004, which is how many years ago, you still try to roll and dime the man out and make him look badly all these years later. He couldn't win. In your mind, he couldn't win. So you don't have he doesn't have any work to do. He doesn't have any apologies to give, because even when he gave them, it didn't work, even though you didn't deserve it. You have work to do. And that is what is so annoying, is the lack of responsibility and where you feel uncomfortable. Katie, and all of you out there who do this, when you feel uncomfortable because you haven't learned about people different than yourselves, and you expect the world to accommodate you and your ignorance, and then you get upset when it doesn't. I'm quite annoyed. So anyway, have a good day, everybody. Everybody but Katie Couric. It's Randy B.